We are in Costa Mesa, very close to the interchange of the 405 and 55 freeways, but currently on MacArthur. But you can see going over the 405 freeway right there. This is a pursuit that started approximately 20 minutes ago. The Santa Ana Police Department tried to pull this vehicle over on Ross Street in Santa Ana with 3 occupants inside, but the suspects took off. And we have been over this pursuit now for a few minutes, and I can tell you that just in the time that we've been monitoring this chase, this driver has been driving very erratically, driving at very high speeds, not sticking to any one lane, making just drastic movements, running red lights, and we've seen him on both surface streets and the freeways. Again, this is a pursuit that originally started in Santa Ana. It actually made its way down into Newport Beach, got very close to the coast before the driver hopped on the 55 North and then transitioned from the 55 North to the 405 South, where he took the first exit that he could, which was MacArthur, and now we continue here on MacArthur. Oh, that was a close one. Continue driving at very high speeds here on MacArthur Boulevard in the Costa Mesa area. He actually slowed down his speeds just a touch, but for a time, we really saw him flying. I know that for sure he was going at least 80 miles an hour at one point, and that was on surface streets. And then once he got on the freeway, he really took off, making drastic lane changes at very high speeds, slowing down here, just a touch, because he's trying to psych the police out. He pretended to exit there off of that first exit that came up off of the 55 South, but instead he made that dramatic move and continues now here on the 55 South near the 405. So now he's traveling southbound on Bristol, which through this area runs adjacent to the 73. Oh, smoking there a little bit as he came up to Jamboree, and is just going to hop right back on to the 73. So this will put him very close to that closure. That closure was at MacArthur, and now he's here on Jamboree, so he's very close to the area of that closure. I believe that with the move that he just made, he may be able to bypass that closure entirely, but we, of course, will continue to monitor this and see if, in fact, he does come up to that closure here on the 73. Ooh. Okay, maybe getting back on the 73. At 10 o'clock on the 73. Okay, copy. He's on the northbound 73 this time. Still Costa Mesa. Ooh, right here. Oh. That this is the vehicle that is being pursued, but he still has Duke, the sheriff's helicopter, overhead monitoring his every move. Yeah, it's just so dangerous. The whole point of going into tracking mode was for this guy to slow down, but it definitely hasn't helped. The sheriff's helicopter is overhead, and he actually turned his night sun off. He's not shining it on this guy in hopes that the suspect will think, I'm no longer being followed. I don't have to be running this quickly. I don't have to be... Bristol is a street that we have seen him on a number of times. Coming up to a red light. Oh, here. Oh, boom. Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm going to use my doubler here so we can get a closer look. Oh, he just hit that big rig. Oh. Yeah. Oh, we see one of the suspects getting out now. He's coming up to this SUV. Oh, no. Okay, that person did the right thing and moved on. I'm going to stick with the car because the driver is still in the vehicle from what I can tell. Yeah. This is the driver. I'm going to stick with him, guys, because he came out from the front. And he's going to be on the backside of this building. My pilot, Patrick, is going to bring us around. This is what appears to be an oil change location here on the backside of the building. As you said, in that dark trench coat, but we're going to do our best to follow him here. We see that units are approaching as he comes around the front side of the building. Here we go. And here we go, giving up. Yeah, so we have this officer who just approached and is taking the suspect into custody. We do believe this was the driver. He came out from the front passenger side, but it could just be because his side of the vehicle was pretty smashed in by that big rig. Well, now that we know that the driver is in custody, let me take a quick look so we can see what's going on. We've got this guy here too. It looks like he's injured, limping away from the vehicle. Just above. Let me pull out real quick. We've got that guy. We do have this guy, but yeah, that would be the truck driver. You can see that he's wearing a uniform, and he's actually going to do his part here. Yeah. The car began to smoke. He brought out his fire extinguisher to try to put out some of those flames. The fire department's not here, but they will be requested. Yeah, definitely. It's understandable why he would try to step in there before the fire department arrives. They have been requested because, as you saw, at least one of the suspects was limping away. He did appear to be injured, sitting here. He was sitting here, rather, here on the street corner. And, of course, we know that the driver is also in custody. He was taken into custody over here. Yeah. It may have been just tunnel vision. He got so lucky so many times running red lights, and for the most part, he had come out okay, except for that one collision that he had at Bristol and Birch. But then when he came up to this one, it was game over. Yeah, so this is going to be Costa Mesa. It's the intersection of Bristol and Paularino Avenue with a cross of Bristol. Yeah, it does look like it's flammable, yeah. Oh, it's very understandable then why that driver brought out his own fire extinguisher and tried to do what he could to get the flames extinguished from the vehicle. Again, this was a stolen vehicle. This was somebody else's car that is now completely smashed up here at the intersection of Bristol and Paularino in Costa Mesa, and 3 suspects now in the custody of the police. You can see one of them continuing to limp away there. He will be tended to by the fire department when they arrive on scene, but it looks like he's hurting pretty bad. Just to repeat, the intersection is Bristol Street. Bristol Street with a cross of Paularino. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing it. It's Paularino, Paularino Avenue in Costa Mesa. And it looks like the drive. Thanks, Jack. We're out of here.
Oh, no!
We have a suspect running. Oh, this is going to be close.
To watch more heart-stopping car chases happening across Southern California, subscribe here. Thanks for watching. The Chase is on.